Yeah. This is a smoke break song, or it might be a coffee song. Just everyone sing along. Go and take a pee. This is a smoke break song. Lunch lady's smoke break song. She doesn't write them to be alone. That's just the way it's gonna be. So what are y'all into? Hey Richie, have you drank a few? I drank a few too, back in '93. This is a Pete dance song. Everybody better be getting on. Sit on the pot and pee, even if you have a wee. This is the beefcake song. He needs coffee for his drive to be gone from the house so he can make some money. This is an Aussie song. Everyone just sing along. We'll sing hey true blue and grieve with the cooey. This is a British song. It's a quite proper song. We will all go mad unless you sing along. Okay, that's long enough for our professional smoker. Come back to your chat, great host Lee. Hotbox that cigarette. Your song is over yet? My words I'm starting to forget because we don't ever sleep. Hit the like chicken, LL Cool Mom out. I'll be one ticking, LL Cool Mom out. According to Leanie, coffee's king. Cigs in hand, she does her thing. Maggie's got the jokes we know. Together we are ready for the show. Chat's on fire, the crowd goes wild. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a chorus, Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. Maggie's got that wit so quick. We tune in daily for our fix. Community that stands so strong. Laughing, chatting all day long. From sunrise to the longest nights. Leanie's tales put out our lights. On a coins, Leanie, life's no joke. Spark that cig and take a toke. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Subscriptions climbing, views so high. Leanie's truth, it makes us cry. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show is always near. On a chorus, Leanie, life's no loud. Maggie's quips just drive me wild. Leanie's love for Java steams. We're living out our crazy dreams. On a chorus, Leanie, life's no lie. Sip that coffee, watch time fly. With Maggie by her side, it's clear the best damn show around is here. Best damn show is always here. The best damn show is always near. According to Leanie, coffee's
Let's just start. Hello.
Hello.
Maggie. Hello, my darling.
Lainey. Hello, my darling.
How are you?
I'm fine. Gail, tired as always, but I'm fine.
Oh, we got to get that in check. Let's take this off there so people can see our gorgeous faces. Let's say hello to chat. Let's say,
Hello.
I always say I won't go live unless we've got 8 people, but you know what? We got some new stuff going on. Some documents were dropped and I want to get to them. So we're going to go. More people will show up, hopefully. And if not, we're just fine here. We're just fine.
We're fine, Lee. Yeah.
We're fine. Lizzo, thank you for coming in. She says, please come in, relax, hit the like button. Yeah, just do that. That's all we ask. Hit the like button. Or, hit the thumbs up, the thumbs down. We don't really care. We just want the algorithm to know we're over here. We're over here. Wild Angel's here. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Messy Jessie, it's been a minute. Hey, well, yeah, I caught y'all. Good to see everyone. I hope everyone has been doing well. We've been doing good. It's so good to see you. And my mama's in the house, Miss Barbara Smith.
Hello, Bob.
She is here. Thank you for being here. Warning label, Nina, is from this is from 12 Gauge's chat, you guys. I actually got to catch a live of his last night and chat with his panel guest and with his chat. And y'all, they're good people. And I've dropped his link many, many times. We're going to drop it again.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, 12 Gauge, he's been in here before. He usually comes in. He doesn't do our late night lives with us because it's late for him. But he usually drops in on Coburger Wednesdays, and I tell him, go ahead and take what he needs. Because he covers Coburger big time. He's got a great chat. He's got a great program. You guys check him out. So
write that down now.
Buckle up, Nina. Welcome in. Nina also has a channel. And
Nina.
she covers true crime as well. She was on 12 Gauge's panel, so I'm thinking she has a channel. So I'm going to check out hers as well. We can drop her link as well. So welcome everybody. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, Maggie, you guys know listen, I just want to give a shout out to a couple of people. First of all, my mama, Miss Barbara Smith, got a little bit of good news yesterday. I'll let her talk about that. Messy Jessie's been a member for 13 months. Right on, girl. She's an OG around here. She's an OG. And I'm not going to share her news. If she wants to share it.
You've just said an OG. I see it everywhere. What does it mean?
Original gangster. Like she's like 13 months.
I've seen it loads of places. I've never seen it. I didn't know what it meant.
It just means that she was here in the beginning. Yeah, she's one of the So you earn your warning label. I like it. Buckle up. I'm going to tell you, we get in all kind of trouble over here. But anyways, I'm going to have Miss Barbara up and just do a chat with her very soon.
Yeah.
So y'all stay tuned for that. I'm going to talk to Miss Barbara. So I want to give a shout out to her. I want to just ask everybody, we need to keep Lunch Lady's family in your prayers. She was delivered some pretty devastating news about her sister-in-law last night.
Yeah.
She hasn't had any sleep at all. God bless her. She just became a new grandmother, and it's not because of the baby. Her family got some pretty devastating news last night about her sister-in-law, and she's been up at the hospital. She's been driving like a mad woman back and forth, trying to keep 3 houses in check.
I said to Eleni, I said, that's all I mean. Everyone's got affected by the family or the in-laws it's so many of us.
So many. And then I do know that our sweet Lulu over in Aussie land has been going through, some stuff and and then I just want to put it out there. There's a lot of us dealing with emotional things, I don't know if it's because we're freaking old, middle-aged women going through menopause. Listen, y'all, here's a PCA for you guys. Okay. I'm just going to put a warning label out here. All right. Blondie here has been wearing a bra for 4 solid days.
Oh my God. I need a trigger warning for that.
Listen.
Wow.
Yes. Trigger warning. Blondie has been wearing a bra for 4 solid days, with the exception of taking it off. I've been sleeping in it, but I know. I take a shower, I put the bra back on. So I'm just telling you, tread lightly, because y'all know lifting these bitches up is like, woo, it's a whole thing. You guys know you have them. Just probably not as heavy as mine. But anyways, yeah, I feel like I got to be ready to go at any moment. You know, I get the call, boom, I got to run out the door and go take care of people. It is horrible, Miss Barbara. Nina says, catch you on the replay. Gage is summoning me. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. So, yeah, tread lightly, people. Tread lightly. You know how it is when you just, and y'all, I've been wearing jeans for 4 days straight, too. I haven't been sleeping in jeans. But, I mean, you know, I never know when I have to run to the hospital or run over to my in-laws' house and take care of this or see a nurse or see
it's terrible, isn't it? Whole new routine. Yeah. And it just, you can't cope with your own routine, let alone another one.
Yeah. And y'all, and this is the other thing. Y'all know I wear my Uggs all day, every day. My slippers all day, every day. I've been keeping my Vans on my feet because I'm just like, if I gotta go, I gotta go, right? Yeah. So there's that. But I feel like a lot of people right now are just going through so much, and even if it's good or bad, it's still stressful. So let's just remember our community in prayers, whatever they're facing, whatever they're going through. Just pray God's grace and that, you know, God will walk with them the whole way. And I know He will, whether we pray or not, but I'd rather be a part of the blessing than the curse. Anyways, Maggie, I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Why is that? I think it's your fault. I'm blaming you.
Oh, it will be my fault, Lee. I owe my hands up.
Yes, I know.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I'm going through a terrible time with sleep, Lee. I've never been this bad. I normally go like this every blue moon, as you know, but this is never ending. I'm tossing. I go to bed. I go out like a light, not a problem. And I'll wake up in about 20 minutes, half an hour, and I can't go back asleep, although I'm tired. So it's not as if I can like use it all awake then. It's not as if I can get up and sit and chat. I'm too tired to text. My eyes are burning. I feel exhausted, but I can't go asleep. And then a couple of hours later, I'll have 15, 20 minutes. And then the same thing happens again. By the time morning comes and Alex getting up for work, that's when I want to go into a deep sleep. And I'm just shattered with it, and I'm not getting a long sleep at all. I'm just not, and the sleep I'm having is so disturbed. So that's what's wrong with me. I'm here, there, and then I'm not. It's just terrible.
Well, I feel like there's a lot more wrong with you, Maggie, but that's for a whole different segment. Like, we'll have to do a whole 10-hour live on what's wrong with Maggie.
Probably.
And then we're following up with everything that's wrong with cleaning. No, I'm just kidding you.
Well, we'll have Maggie Friday if you want.
Maggie Friday. That would be good, wouldn't it? Oh, goodness. Wild Angel's been a member for 12 months, but she is also an OG to this community. She says, yay, 1 year here with y'all, and it's been exciting, amazing experience of full laughter, tears, new friendships, and lasting memories. Love you all. We love you as well. No, I know what you're talking about, because I always reach out to you and tell you I'm having the twilight sleep, and it's just the worst. It's better just not to sleep.
I don't know. There's nothing worse. You know what it's like.
You feel like crap.
I know.
Like, I'd rather just not sleep than to go through the twilight.
It just ruins everything.
Do what?
Yeah. I know.
You know?
I said you understand, because you're in it yourself. You can go 12 hours and then you won't sleep then for weeks on end.
Yeah.
And this is the longest I've ever been like this, the longest.
Yeah, I just
can't be bothered talking. I'm too tired of the morning.
Yeah, I'll go for 2 weeks on that stupid twilight sleep, and then one day it just hits me and I'm out for 18 hours. It's like, just, I don't know. And it can't be good for your body, but
I said this to Alex, I can't wait. Yeah, I just can't wait to just go to sleep and wake up the next day and go, oh my God, I think if I had 4 hours undisturbed to be enough for me. But you just
Yeah.
having 20 minutes and you're looking at the clock when you wake up and you think, oh my God, I've only had 20 minutes, I've only had 50. It's terrible.
I think it's all a part of menopause. I really, really do. I really do, because
Well,
I know
I've
a lot
been
of the
talking
ladies
to
in
the
here.
nurse and she's changing me HRT because it's
You need to
just
get off
going
that shit,
badly.
Maggie. You'll be just fine. I mean, we've seen the bitch in you and we don't
Do
mind.
you know
We like
what?
your
I'm even
bitchiness.
thinking about that. But they said where it benefits me is the bones, because in menopause, a woman's bones thin. It's, osteoporosis and stuff, and I'm on the border. So that's a good reason for me to be on it.
Yeah,
That's why
so
some
start
women go
taking a
on it,
lot of vitamin
because of their
C,
osteoporosis.
a lot of vitamin
I'm
D.
I'm
Start taking a lot of
I'm
that.
on vitamins now for sleep. They've given me vitamins for sleep, which seem to help, and I've just remembered I've missed today.
Oh,
So
Nina,
yeah, that
we're
made me feel a
struggling
bit
over here.
better.
We're on the struggle train. I think almost every one of us are in menopause or postmenopause. It's terrible,
Listen, I
but
should
we
be
wear the
over it as
badge.
well.
Yeah, we wear the
I'm in
badge
late
very
menopause, they
proudly.
said.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
Me too. All
crap,
right, guys, we're gonna get to
crap.
it. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you so much. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down. It matters not to me at all. Just let the algorithm know that you have been here,
Leanie,
because
you're
either
going in
counts.
and out
Yes,
there
because I hit the damn thing on my computer. But anyways, thumbs up, thumbs down. It all
with
works the same.
your knee.
Yeah, with my knee. My knee hits that little plug-in thing. But just want to welcome everybody here. I hope you guys got coffee. I've got coffee and tea today because I have not had
I've got
Diet
mine.
Coke for 3 days. What up? I've not had Diet
Oh
Coke
my
for 3 days.
God.
Not saying I'm not going back to it, but I just haven't felt like drinking it. So I've got tea, I've
Well,
got coffee, so I'm pretty much ready to go with this. Like I said, new documents
you're
were
knocking it
dropped.
again.
I don't know if you guys have been in there to take a look at it. It's a lot. A lot of it is still sealing evidence. Now, when you go into the Idaho jurisdiction cases of interest, um, and you go into Koberger's file, you'll see a lot that'll just say it'll say sealing documents.
I
It's just it's a
seen
document.
something that said something's been added on or something, and it's sealed, no one can see it, and they
Mhm.
reckon that it's something to do with, the person that's give all the information when they did that
Mhm.
documentary. It's something to do to hide their identity. I don't know if that's true.
I mean, it could be, because I can't see the judge putting anything out until he's got concrete evidence, and then even then, he still
Mhm.
may not um, put out the name of the person. I don't think it was just necessarily one person. I think it was a couple of people that probably put some things out that they shouldn't have. But it is what it is. When I read these documents, guys, and I actually read them late last night. What I wanted to say before that, though, is some of the documents you'll see that they're just sealing certain documents. Still read those, because sometimes it'll give a little glimpse into what they're sealing. So sometimes you can garner something from them. Not always, but every now and then you can see something inside what they're sealing that you're like, oh, okay, so we're going to learn about that. Okay, so I want to put that out there. Second of all, when I was reading, and this is a long document, but when I was reading this document, because I've been worried, like everybody else, is the judge gonna give, is he gonna cancel the court date
Mm,
and give them more time? After reading this document, I just don't think it's so well put together. It just, I mean, the prosecution is not playing. And I've been telling you guys this from day one. The prosecution's ready. They know they have a
yeah.
case. They're confident in their case. They're ready to go. They have their shit together. They cannot wait to present everything they know. They know. They are completely confident, and they're done playing games. They're done. with the defense
And they're
playing
saying that
spades.
he's got another witness, and when you read about it, it's not a witness, it's just what is it called when
A
you know
theory.
somebody? Yeah, it's just somebody who knows him, and he was a nice guy. That's it. It's no witness.
Yeah. Here's some other things that I want to tell you guys when people ask me, like, how do you do your research and stuff? This is something that I found out just recently that I did not know, and I shared it with Maggie. I don't know if you guys know that Bethany Funk has been subpoenaed. Now, whether she's being subpoenaed to have an appearance to talk about her testimony, I don't know. I think that's already been done through the grand jury, though. But we know that there were 5 other people in Pennsylvania that have been subpoenaed to come to a hearing about their testimony and if they will be used in the trial. That's what that is. But here's what I did not know. I thought that everything that had to do with the Brian Koberger case would be in the documents in Idaho, in in the court system there. You could just pull it up. You can see everything's going on. That is not true.
No.
So when all of that came out about the 5 people that were subpoenaed to come for this hearing, I was like, wait, why can't I find it? Why? And then I realized I had to go to cases of interest in Pennsylvania. And then you pull up there. And then you go to the case of interest and you pull up Bethany Funk's name. You have to go to whatever county they're in, right? So
because you were finding out, weren't you? That's right. You were having a good look.
yes. So tomorrow when we go on this, I've already got a list of names started, you guys. And I want to go over this list of names that are like key players in the game, right? Like we know all the victims. We know who's going to stand trial. And then who we think are the key players in this, right? Like we know for sure that that Hunter Johnson, Ethan's friend, the one that went in and saw the bodies first, he's going to be on the stand. So I'm making a list of key players that may or may not be on the stand, but may be. And then what I'm trying to do is find out, y'all, I'm letting you know right now, I'm such a freaking stalker. Like I have officially become a stalker. So I'm looking these people up far and wide on every freaking platform I can find to find out what county these people come out of, because it's not good enough to know what state they come out of. You've got to have the county.
My God.
Nina says, wasn't there like 16 from Washington? I think so, but I got to have the counties. So like, if you want all of the documents just on Koberger in Idaho, not only do you have to look up Ada County, you got to go back to Latah County. Latah County has their own documents that's not listed in the Ada County pages for him, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm working on, is writing out the key players of this game. Because what came out was the defense, y'all, has the lineup already. They have the prosecution's lineup of who they're calling to the stand. But so if you ask me, it doesn't have a damn thing to do with Dateline that they need more time. I'm so sorry.
No.
They should have picked something else, because and we know they're grasping for straws, right? They're using everything, anything, and Taylor's using everything and anything she
That's
can
who
to get a
used,
stay
yeah.
on this. And the latest thing was to use the Dateline thing. Listen, the Dateline thing, yeah, it gave us some uh-ohs, like we didn't know that. It closed some of the gaps for us. And but come on, did they put out anything that the defense or the prosecution didn't know that was going to make them have to change their strategy? No, they didn't. They didn't. We were going to find out all that shit at court anyways. They're just butthurt it was put out. Now, was it done illegally? Yes, it was. And they need to take care of whoever did it. And I agree to that. But it's not a reason to stay this trial. Find something else. That one's not going to work here. But I was still a little bit concerned on how the judge would rule on this. And after reading what the prosecution, what they submitted to the courts, I was like, oh hell no, they're not playing anymore. They're done with this shit. And warning label says it's ridiculous the rabbit holes we go down to stalk folks. I know. I know. Y'all could stalk me for which I'm looking for a stalker. I want a stalker. There's my stalker. See, I just called him and he came right in. Aloha, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
We love you, Sean. I have missed you, love bug. I hope you're well. Aloha. All right, so I'm gonna pull up and we're gonna pull up and go. There was quite a few things, like I said, that were dropped. I'm gonna pull up the thing that just got me the most and made me feel like, all right, guys, we're okay, because everything they're saying in this document is so true, and nobody's talking about it. And the prosecution, I think, put it on the line. Now I just have to figure out. Okay, that's it. Let me see if this is it. Yes. All right. We're gonna make that bigger. Y'all, it is quite a few pages. I hope you'll stick in there with me. Remember, this is a commentary kind of channel. You know, I'm gonna stop Maggie from reading every now and then because it's according to Lena. Y'all want to know what I'm according to. Hi, Warren Taylor. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Hi, Warren.
And I want to hear what you have to say too. It's also, you know, we're all working on this together, and I want to know what says you about what you're hearing about this. But I think the judge is going to look at this and say, damn, if he already hasn't, I'm sure he has, say, damn, somebody's talking now. Let's do it. Listen, I believe there's no way I want to see any person go to jail for something they didn't do. I just don't. I don't. And I want to give people their due process. But I have a problem with how long due process is. And I think that they've done it. At some point, we have to look at the families in this and give them also due process. You know, these families been sitting back, and you're welcome. You're welcome, Wild Angel. I knew you were going to love that. Little inside joke. These families have been sitting back, shutting up, and just watching all this be unfolded. And they're a lot of them taking hits that they had something to do with, or their own family members had something to do with it. Hold on just a minute. Maggie, talk just a minute. There's an ambulance out there. Hold on.
Okie dokie, go on. Oh, there's an ambulance. Hope it's not Mr. Joe. I can't even talk about this though. I'm just going to be talking about crap. But I'll be reading. Do you know what I've realised since she's been asking me to read? I think I need better glasses. I only buy the cheap ones. I don't get the proper ones from the where is it? Oh, the opticians. He even said to me, he takes these off me, puts them on a little machine after doing my eyes, and he says they're exactly the lens strength that you'd need. He said, so I wouldn't go in there and buy anything expensive. Just use them as long as you're using the right ones for your eyes. But since I've been reading this, I'm going, Lena's having to say words because they're just blurred. So I'm looking at this now, just clean my lens to just make sure that I can see. And you know what? I think I need to go to the next strength up because I'm still like squinting, trying to read it. It's not right, is it? So Wild Angel says the trial needs to start long ago, way too long. Drug out lot of lists, confused witnesses, no longer fresh in their minds. I know it was a long time ago, wasn't it?
All right, I'm back. I'm
I had
sorry, you
12
guys.
gauge. Is Mr. Joe okay?
Yeah, that's you guys know I have to check in on my Mr. Joe, but it's further down the street than him. So God bless those people and whatever's going on there.
Oh.
But I have to check on my Mr. Joe, you guys. I love he laughed at me when that bush got me, but he still loves me. God, I never even asked him if he had video of that, but that's okay. Let's welcome some of the people that come in. Thank you so much for being here. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down. It matters not. It really matters not, but it lets the algorithm know we're here. And Sean, don't be calling Lizzo a hottie. You're my man. Knock it off.
Gets very jealous, Sean.
Dang, I'm telling you, all the men come in here and flirt with me and shit, and then they start liking somebody else, and I'm like, what the hell am I, chopped liver? Jay Badass is in the house, you guys. And just for those that are new here,
Baby.
I'm very proud to say that JB is we rely on her a lot. She is a retired 20-year FBI agent. So we rely on she retired. Yeah, she retired
from work and you won't let her retire.
I know. I put her to work and she works for free. But she loves me. That's what we do for each other. I would work for her for free. But anyways, so anytime we need some big advice about what's going on, I hit up Jay Badass. I really do. Her name is Jay Brad in chat. I call her Jay Badass because she is. The Wicked Witch of the Midwest. Hello, good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Ann's Place is in the house. 12 gauges here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. You guys, as we get set to go ahead and start reading this, can we drop 12 gauges channel into chat for me? I'd appreciate it so much. Y'all check it out. He has the nicest chat. Not as nice as my chat, but
wouldn't have that 12 gauge.
Can't have that. No, they're really good people. They're nice people and they're very welcoming. So a lot like here. So that's I dig that. I digged it a lot. Did we get everybody? Did I get everybody?
Thank you, Tip. I've seen Warren's come in.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and read this and we're going to slow it down, keep the reading slow. Let us know if you can hear Maggie loud and clear. Understand she already explained to you guys about her eyes and also about just seeing these documents because she's having to pull it up on the phone and it's tough. The next one she's really going to hate me for. Really going to hate me. I'm going to tell you that. I'll probably have to read it. Actually, we're going to have to all decipher it together because it's terrible. It's a terrible read. All right, I've got it as big as we can get it, Max. You guys buckle in.
Fine.
Buckle in, put your feet up, your slippers on, stay cozy, and get your coffee. Let's go. All right, Maggie.
Start from introduction.
Yes, please.
Okay, well, do you want to go a bit further up because there's only a little bit? See,
that's the top of the page, bud.
Go down, so I've got more there because it's only a little bit to read. Okay.
Well, I can scroll, Maggie.
Okay.
Okay, Maggie.
Oh, shut up. Tell her to shut up.
Shut up.
It is time to try this case. Defendant was arrested in late December of 2022 and was indicted May of 2023. He successfully moved to transfer venue to Ada County in October 2024. This court entered its scheduling order, setting deadlines for pre-trial motions and expert disclosures. Defendant complied with those deadlines without moving for a continuance, including by disclosing 6 expert reports for the penalty phase, disclosing over 2,100 pages of purported mitigation materials, listing 55 penalty phase witnesses and identifying 132 exhibits he may introduce during the penalty phase of trial.
All right, let's stop right there just a minute. First of all, let me just say this, guys. Maggie and I are not seeing chat right now because we both got this pulled up big so we can read it to you guys. Welcome in. Lunch lady, we said a prayer for you and the family today. We love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, mods, for having our backs in chat, which I know everybody's going to be good anyways, because we got mad mods here. They're pissed off. We don't pay them enough. Anyways, all right. So you guys notice this is just the penalty phase. This is not the court case that we're talking about. They've disclosed over 2,100 pages of mitigating materials, meaning stuff that that can counter whatever that are mitigating factors, things that they could counter against the prosecution. They're listing 55 penalty phase witnesses, y'all, and you wonder how this court case can go on that long. This is if he gets found guilty, then we go into the penalty phase. They have 55 witnesses alone. It's going to be a long, y'all just stay in your jammies. Don't wear bras. Just stay in your jammies. Stay in your jammies. Put the coffee pot next to you on your recliner chair and don't move, because this is going to be a long trial. And they've got 132 exhibits that he may introduce during the penalty phase of the trial. All right. Go ahead, Maggie. I'm going to shut the hell up now.
But now, after all discovery deadlines have passed and after the court conducted the pre-trial conference, defendant seeks a trial continuance of unspecified length. He bases his request on his claim that his mitigation investigation is incomplete. While state is unable to see whether defendant's ex parte filing to the court contains specifics, his motion does not. Defendant has not shared what new evidentiary materials he seeks to obtain or how additional investigation will actually produce them. Overall, the record before the court shows that defendant's investigation has already ploughed the necessary ground. While defendant is fully entitled to due process, this court should exercise its broad discretion to deny defendant's 11th hour motion. First, defendant cannot show good cause or prejudice, even under the heightened non-binding MBA standards he seeks to impose on the court. His counsel's resources and investigation to date have been adequate. Even setting aside the defense team still has more time to prepare its mitigation case. Moreover, Idaho's constitution also grants the victim the right to a timely disposition of this case. The court should give these victims' rights substantial weight in considering the motion. Finally, while the publicity surrounding the trial is a challenge, defendant has not shown and cannot show that continuing this trial will make things any easier. It is just as likely that delay will make a harder sent to seat a jury.
All right, let me stop right there just a second. Please pay attention to what she's reading, you guys, because this has got some great argument into it for to just not grant a stay in this trial. And a stay means to just hold it over. Okay. This is some of the best writings that I have seen in one of the motions in a motion that's been filed that I've seen in a while in this case. I mean, this is whoever put this together is fabulous because it's in layman's terms where you can really understand it. You don't have to decipher all these big courtroom words. I mean, they're just putting it down like Mr. Joe next door can hear, right? So pay attention to the readings on this. I think it's phenomenal. I really do. Go ahead, Max. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to check that all the new people and that can understand me. Okay, there's no problem, because that could be a problem if they can't understand me. So is everyone understanding me? Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea too. Can you guys understand my Maggie's scouse?
Trying to speak
S-
very nice.
no, you're doing great. Is everybody understanding Maggie's scouse accent? Listen, all those that know Maggie knows that she's doing her very best to pronounce words because
I
her
am.
self doesn't usually put an ending on words. Oh, see, Maggie,
No.
April
Well,
says she can understand and says you
oh,
read
that's good.
lovely.
Thanks,
Uh,
girl. As long as the people can
yes,
understand me, then that's it. Because I am trying to read my words properly. I don't put ing on the end of anything.
I think you're
Anything.
doing
There you go.
fabulous.
Okay, as long as everyone can understand me, that's fine. So, defendant was appointed to lead counsel in December of 2022. In March 2023, a second attorney was appointed to represent him. Then in February of this year, a third attorney was appointed to the defence team. The first district public defender has also been participating in the defence. In addition to his lawyers and their staff, defendant has 2 experienced investigators and a mitigation specialist working on his behalf. In January 2024, defendant moved for a change of venue from Latter County due to the publicity surrounding the case and the size of Latter County. His motion was granted and the case was moved to Ada County. On October 9, 2024, this court issued the operative scheduling order that contained deadlines for motions, expert disclosures, and pre-trial filings. More recently, at the pre-trial motions hearing on April 9, 2025, the court advised defendant counsel to ask for more resources if the defence team needed assistance reviewing discovery. The state docs not know if this occurred. Throughout the case, defendant has been able to comply with all the deadlines in the scheduling order. Pursuant to instant motion, defendant has, on January 23rd, made his guilt phase expert disclosures consisting of reports from 16 experts, including a psychologist who conducted a mental health examination of defendant, Dr. Orr, and a forensic psychiatrist who researched his life history, Dr. Ryan. On March 3rd, supplemented his guilt phase expert disclosure with reports from additional experts. As of June 2025, has disclosed in discovery over 2,500 photos and videos, over 3,500 pages of investigative materials, and many megabytes of electronic data related to the guilt phase. On March 31st, 2025, made his penalty phase expert disclosures consisting of amended reports from Dr. Orr and Dr. Ryan, respectively, plus reports from 4 additional experts, 3 of whom are behavioural health neurology professionals, and as of June 2025, has disclosed approximately 2,100 pages of purported mitigation materials and identified 55 defence witnesses and 132 defence exhibits for potential use during the penalty phase in this case. Defendant also opposed the state's motion for examination of defendants pursuant to Idaho Code 118.207 and for an extension of time to complete rebuttal penalty phase. Expert disclosures argued May the 5th. At that time, defendant did not preview for the state or the court that he would seek a trial continuance, and the court denied the state's request for personality testing by his expert in part because the pending trial date conflicted with the time that would be necessary to explore that issue. Trial judges necessarily require a great deal of latitude in scheduling trials. Accordingly, the decision to grant or deny a motion for a continuance rests within the sound discretion of the trial court. When reviewing a trial court's decision for an abuse of discretion, Idaho appellate courts analyze whether the trial court correctly perceived the issue as one of discretion, acted within the outer boundaries of its discretion, acted consistently with the legal standards applicable
Maggie, you're breaking
to
up, baby.
the specific choice available
Mags.
to
Maggie.
it, and reach
Maggie.
Can you
Y'all,
hear me,
she's
Lee?
I could hear you
Can you
scream
hear
at me just then.
me, Lee?
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi went off again.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Maggie? Yeah. So her Wi-Fi is all screwed up. She let me know in back chat. Yeah, she let me know in back chat that her Wi-Fi was going in and out. It's okay.
Right,
It's
do you want me to
okay.
carry on?
Yeah, but let's go back. Let's do a
just
little bit of
loading. It was just going round.
Yeah, we'll wait just a minute. Let's jump in chat for a little while. Let's just see. Let your Wi-Fi catch up. Yeah, she can't hear me, you guys. Maggie. Okay, she said that she would jump down and then come back up. So she's having Wi-Fi issues. I knew that before we ever came live. So I kind of knew this was going to happen. Let me jump in chat real quick, see how everybody's doing. Let's see. Hey, y'all make sure to hit the thumbs up, the thumbs down. I don't care which one, whatever floats your boat. We haven't seen everything that the prosecution has against BK yet. Yes, exactly right, Warren. And we won't, right? Like, I just really, really believe that they've got more blood evidence. I do. I believe they have more blood evidence. I believe they've got bigger evidence. Look, the prosecution, I said it before, I'll say it again. The prosecution they're ready to go. They've been ready to go for a long time. And they know they have a slam dunk case. I mean, I have not seen a prosecution before that has pushed as hard to get this case on the ground as this one is. And that just means one thing to me. It's slam dunk. They have no worries whatsoever. You can see when we have the pretrial hearings. Watch the body language of the prosecution team. Y'all, they're not worried. They're not tense. They're just sitting over there taking it all in. They know what they've got and they're sure. And that says a lot to me. It says a lot to me. Maggie's coming back in. Hopefully it's all fixed up. Mags, are you back, love bug?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, so I don't know what's going on, Lee.
It's okay.
Do you want me to carry on, love, now?
Yeah, let me just finish reading through chat really quick. I explained to them about your Wi-Fi situation. Sean said, being amongst you women is one of the best honor decisions I've done, and privileged to be a man who has great friendships on here with you all.
Aww.
Sean, you have our heart. Oh,
you too, Sean?
We do love us some Sean up in here. I'll let you know. And if you don't, I just can't be your friend because you got to love Sean too. The Wicked says, I love you too, playing into the quarreling princess meets war hen vibes. Yeah. Yeah, it's the better part of my day when I piss Maggie off. Like I I purposely will send her thumbs ups. She'll write me a book in chat.
Oh
She'll send me
God.
a messenger, and it'll be a fucking book. It takes me an hour to get through all of the shit she's sending me, and then I send her a thumbs up.
She
It
sends me a
pisses her off.
thumb up or a heart. I want to rip her eyes out of her head. I
It's
think
my
is she messing? Can't stand it.
I,
I'm
I
sitting there waiting, or she speaks to me, right? She sends me a message. I'm like, oh my God, got a message off Leni. I'm sitting there reading the message, and I reply to her, right? She's there. She's there. I'm just talking to her, actually talking to her. And then she's fucking gone. And I'm sitting there like that 10 minutes thinking she's not coming back. So I just go. That's what she does all the time. She just goes. She just goes on me.
I live to upset Mags. It's funny because she will cuss me out in a heartbeat.
Now I know.
Oh, laughing and spit out the vodka. Oh, pass some, pass some. And good night. We love you so much.
Good night, San. Must be roasting over there, Anne.
I don't know if Anne's left already, but if she didn't, somebody please drop Anne's link in chat. Did we get 12 gauges dropped? I'm not sure.
I think Lizzo did that
Okay,
earlier on. I'm not
yeah.
sure though.
Just at different points, mods. Just drop links to your own links, of course.
And here's me saying, oh, I don't recognise that name. As soon as he came in, I recognised it. Something not right with this brain. Menopausal Maggie is losing the plot.
Nina says, Maggie, doesn't that irritate you to death? Leni must be my gauge.
Oh God, she irritates me. Listen, I was going to say something then, but I couldn't. I can't say that. It's a bit crude for here, so I won't.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Every time I send just a thumbs up to her, I laugh my ass. I'm serious. I laugh my ass off because I can hear her cussing all the way in England at me and calling me every name she could think of.
I'm waiting to see the little typing thing. Well, she's just liked it, so she's going to message me now. And she fucking doesn't come back till like 2 days. I go, I can't bear it. I go, why she just do that on me? Why she just gone? I'm talking to her.
I love it so much. There is Anne's link. If you guys haven't subbed up to Anne, please do me a favor, sub up to my friends. You guys want to know where I'm hanging out, where Maggie's hanging out, where all of us are hanging out. We're hanging out on our friends' channels, and we're fun. We're fucking fun people, okay? Just putting it out there.
Do us a favor, Lizzo. You know the girl that was in the other day. What was it? Lisa H, was it? Lisa H. She came up on panel, the other Scouser.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she wanted us to go over to it. Well, she didn't. We said we'd go over to X. I goes over to X, and they've stopped me account because I never go on there. So I've got to go in and do this and put an appeal in. So just tell her that I did try to go over and follow her, but they won't let me. They're saying not able to do this. Yeah, they think I'm a terrorist or something.
They think Maggie's a little old sweet
the worst terrorist in the world.
Little old sweet, our little gnome is a terrorist.
Yeah,
listen, Maggie will punch you in the knees quicker than you could say, "Stop it, Maggie."
No, but you're in the knees.
If I sent you a free shirt I made for Christy, would you share for free? Anyone can prick. Christy approved. What do you mean by that? I'm curious.
I mean, if I sent you the free shirts I made, Christy, would you share for free? Anyone can print, strike us, etc. Christy approved it. Anyone
Thank you
can
so
print.
much, Nina. She's Anne has got a fun channel. Oh
yeah, she's good, Anne. She's good. She'll get you up. She'll be questioning you. Watch her, Nina.
Yeah, she's from South Africa, but she is living in Turkey with her family. It's for the victims, just to show support. Absolutely. You know what? You don't even have to send me the shirt.
But I don't know what you mean.
It's for the victims, just to show support.
She wants you to share it off.
Okay, listen. So are you
what
talking
does that
about
mean? Anyone can print.
Find out.
Shut up! What's it mean? Anyone can print.
You can print it. Don't you know what a cricket is? Don't you people have crickets over there?
Yeah, the ones that make a noise in your grass, them crickets.
Oh, for the love of God.
I know what it is. It's a machine.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah.
She is giving permission that her design could be made through Cricut, and you can all wear your own shirts in support, I think, of Christy Gonsalves. Is that who we're talking about?
I don't know.
The file people can print or Cricut the shirts design. If you want to you don't even have to send me a shirt, honey. If you just want to send me a picture, my email is at accordingtolini@gmail.com, or I'm on Messenger according to Leni. Send me a
Oh, yeah, I'll
picture.
make a post.
We will definitely make a post and also share it
No,
on
say
our
that
live.
properly.
Well,
Say that properly.
we meaning Maggie is going to make a post, and then I will share it on live. How about that? That's how this really works.
That's it. Yeah, it's how it
I don't do any admin around here, you guys. I'm no good. I'm no good. No good.
I only wear cat shirts. JP said.
All right, Maggie, let's get back into this. I think you have to back up.
Come on.
I think we got to back up just a little bit. So we're going over what the prosecution, a motion that they have set before the court for the judge to deny a stay in this trial, and the reasons why they believed that we should go on with the trial. That's where we're at in this. Let's start back at the legal background, if you do not mind.
Okay. Trial judges necessarily require a great deal of latitude in scheduling trials. Accordingly, the decision to grant or deny a motion for continuance rests within the sound discretion of the trial court. When reviewing a trial court's decision for an abuse of discretion, Idaho appellate courts analyze correctly perceived the issue as one of discretion, acted within the outer boundaries of its discretion, acted consistently with the legal standards applicable to the specific choice available to it, and reached its decision by the exercise of reason. The United States Supreme Court has held that the denial of a motion for a continuance is grounds for relief only, where the trial court's action is so arbitrary to violate due process. Similarly under Idaho, unless an appellant, it's all numbers and stuff like that, guys. That's why I'm going round the bend reading it.
Yeah, it's giving you case. They actually put in different cases that support.
Trying to miss numbers and carry on with the words.
Yeah.
Are you moving it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at something. I'm sorry, love bug.
I'm sorry, love bug. Shut the hell up, Maggie.
Shows that his or her substantial rights have been prejudiced by reason of a denial of his or her motion for a continuance. Appellate courts can only conclude that there was no abuse of discretion. The bare claim that additional investigation could have been conducted is not sufficient to demonstrate unfair prejudice so as to support a motion for a continuance. Reviewing Ninth Circuit case law and explaining that there are no mechanical tests for deciding when such a denial violates due process, but that of a minimum, some showing of actual prejudice must be made. In exercising their discretion, trial courts are also guided by the Victim Rights Amendments to the Idaho Constitution, constitution. Both provisions entitle victims to a timely disposition of the case. Expressly provides the right shall apply equally to the immediate families of homicide victims. Defendant couches his motion in terms of his constitutional rights to the due process, to effective assistance of counsel, to an individualized sentencing determination, and to a fair trial in light of intense media coverage. But he has not demonstrated that these rights, which must be evaluated alongside the victim's rights and the overall administration of justice, will be violated if this case proceeds as currently scheduled. For the reason discussed below, the court should deny his motion.
So in all of what Maggie's already read before, he is stating, and she's not reading the case law numbers and stuff like that because that's just a waste of time. But whoever wrote this is actually giving argument using different cases of interest that they want them to look at where the law, that law was applied to argue the fact that he has already received enough due process to defend this case. He has already had enough time. He's already been given sufficient amount of counsel and experts, and you're going to come. I'm blown away by all of the counsel, this man and the experts that he has had in his corner trying to defend this case. I'm blown away. Go ahead, Maggie.
The court should deny defendant's motion because he cannot show good cause or potential prejudice. Procedurally, he does not explain why he waited to seek a continuance until after 4 discovery closed expert disclosure deadlines passed and the pre-trial conference happened. Substantially, he ignores Idaho Supreme Court's death penalty proceedings. Is that right?
Yes.
Holding that the counsel is not required to investigate before he can be tried or sentenced. He either specifies additional areas for investigation nor explains why concrete investigatory steps will bear no fruit or either the guilt phase or the penalty phase. As such, defendant's motion amounts to a request for a perpetual continuance so that his counsel can go down every rabbit hole until defendant, rather than the court, deems himself ready for trial. The law requires no such thing. A reasonable investigation does not mandate a scorch the earth strategy, a requirement that will fail to consider the limited time and resources that defensive lawyers have in preparing for a sentencing hearing. The court should deny the motion because defendant's team has had the opportunity to prepare and adequately address the issues he claims need more attention. Defendant's motion is ultimately given the procedural posture of this law. The scheduling order granted the parties ample time for trial preparation and is also set several interim deadlines along the way, including for penalty phase expert disclosures and investigation disclosures, which is the primary basis for defendant's motion. The state, who understands that the court and the pre-trial conference more than 2 months before trial, in order to give the parties sufficient time to prepare for the trial after discovery closed and pre-trial disclosures and motion practice were completed. If defendant was having trouble meeting deadlines, finding experts, or pursuing red flags. He should have sought a discovery, extension, or trial continuance long before now.
Yes, 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 yes. Yes.
And
Keep going, Maggie. I'm sorry. Let
stating
me
that a
shut the hell up.
court should consider a defendant's diligence and the inconveniences to the court and prosecution when reviewing a motion to continue. He did not do so. Instead, defendant retained over a dozen guilt phase experts, 6 penalty phase experts, a mitigation specialist, and has identified over 2,100 pages of purported mitigation materials. And leading up to the pre-trial conference, he exchanged witnesses lists and exhibits lists with the state without stating that he would be moving for a continuance. While defendant relies on the death is different mantra and argues that extraordinary measures must be taken to protect the rights. He cited no authority for the proposition that reasonable scheduling orders should not be enforced in death penalty cases. Indeed, defendant recently argued that the state improperly delayed in seeking an extension of time for its rebuttal phase expert disclosures, objection to state motion for examination of defendants pursuant to Idaho Code, and for an extension of time to complete rebuttal penalty phase expert disclosures. The state has not provided necessary proof and good cause to warrant an extension of such a significant deadline to slow the trial date. The same principle should apply to him. Defendant's motion is ultimately and weighs in favour of its rejection. Defendant bases his motion on a claim of insufficient resources and the need to conduct more investigation prior to trial, but he has not demonstrated that he is being deprived of anything that he seeks. Thus, defendant claims that the current state of the defence team's preparation are matters of speculation and not the type of demurrable reality needed to support a continuance based on defendant's constitutional rights under state's reference, whatever. You need to scroll a bit, like. Have I gone off, Lainey?
Son of a bitch. I
You
was
don't put your mic
muted.
on?
I was muted, Maggie.
We're not a bit
Hey.
professional, are we?
No,
Do you know
we've got-
what? Is this writing smaller than usual?
I think so. Well,
Oh my
usually,
God, thank God you said that, because I'm having a terrible time.
yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
better. What have you
yeah.
just done?
Magic. I blinked my eyes and
Oh my God, guys,
and
you
did
should
the
have seen the
3D
size
look
of the
on it.
page she gave me to read. No wonder my eyes are bad. Where am I?
Don't you
Just
guys
scroll,
think this
yeah,
is
I've read that.
brilliant? I
Yeah, he
mean,
is good
I
way of
mean,
saying it, like.
I mean, he's even bringing up stuff that, you know, the in other cases where the prosecution tried to do the exact same thing that the defense in this case is trying to do, and they were denied. So kudos to those that did the research and put the time into this motion to set before the court to stay this to deny a stay in this court hearing. It is time to get it going. The families have sat back, watched their names be drugged through the mud, watch their families be drugged through the mud, watch these kids' friends be drugged through the mud, watch these friends be drugged through the mud, and they haven't been able to say not one word. They're just sitting back. I couldn't imagine. Y'all, I'm telling you what, I would be over there. I'd be flying over there, grabbing my little gnome, Maggie, flying back to the United States. And me and her, our loud mouths would be marching in front of Congress together. Could you imagine me and Maggie holding up our signs in front of Congress? Maggie, they would give us anything we wanted to make us leave. Anything we wanted, it would be so good. All right, Maggie, I will pull it up.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Nubba.
So, defendant has 3 trial attorneys.
Listen to this. I'm sorry, I just have to say, listen to this. Listen to this.
Bitch. Defendant has 3 trial attorneys, including a lead attorney who has represented him from day one, 2 investigators, and the assistant of at least 1 additional public defense attorney. He has always engaged an outside mitigation specialist to assist in obtaining materials for use during the penalty phase. This record reflects that this defence team has been working hard for defendants and explained below has met the professional standards for the defence of a death penalty case. Yet, defendant still claims that the court is cutting off his review of discovery. This is unfounded. Defendant's attorney have given sufficient time. Oh, you moved it. Where am I? Guys, hang on. Sufficient time to review discovery and not established any discovery violations by the state. They have been able to identify over 1,000 exhibits and nearly 200 witnesses for trial. Indeed, the court also recently admonished defendants' counsel to seek additional resources from the resource judge if they needed more assistance to review discovery and prepare for trial. Defendant has not claimed that he sought more resources and was denied. Neither the size of his legal team nor the need to continue review discovery form a valid basis for a continuance. Defendant has been able to retain a large retinue of experts, including six experts focused on mitigation for the penalty phase. 5 of these experts are mental health professionals. Both a psychologist and a forensic psychiatrist have examined defendants on multiple occasions. Reviews his social and medical history and diagnosed him with autism, OCD, and ADHD. Collectively, these experts took a deep dive into defendant's entire life, including by interviewing his family, teachers, co-workers, and even a psychologist who evaluated defendant as a child. The extensive investigations by these experts contradict defendant's claims that he needs more time to complete a social history investigation. In the case, he cited counsel was ineffective for failing to implore mental health conditions or for failing to provide mental health experts with a sufficient background information. In contrast here, defendant's mental health experts have had access a significant amount of people and materials have created fulsome histories through their own investigation. Defendant's claim that his team needs to follow up on red flags is also unsubstantiated. In their reports, neither his psychologist nor his forensic psychiatrist indicated they could not render opinions because of unexplained areas. In fact, the forensic psychiatrist concluded that the defendant showed no signs of other serious psychotic disorders, and at a recent hearing, defendant represented that he would not seek to introduce evidence on this unexplored topic, telling defendants did not seek an extension of the penalty phase expert disclosure deadline. Defendants claims that more expert testimony is needed in speculative and does not identify what new information would be uncovered by further investigation. This is fatal to defendants' motion. Where am I? There is no authority to support desires for more time to conduct a scorch the earth life history investigation. Courts recognise that all cases, including death penalty cases, are constrained by limited time and resources. We have never held the council has a duty to uncover every aspect of a defendant's past and to present all evidence that might bolster a defendant's mitigation case. Rather, trial counsel's resources are limited, and the strategic decision to emphasise certain aspects of a defendant's background at the expense of investigating others is both reasonable and wholly acceptable. Faced with this authority, defendant turns to strawman arguments and non-binding guidelines to conjure up alleged prejudice. First, he cited cases where death penalty witnesses were overturned because lower courts failed to consider mitigation evidence. But there is no danger of that here. Starting the trial, instead of allowing defendants to pursue a mitigation investigation with no end in sight, does not amount to denying him the right to present a constitutionally adequate mitigation case. In any event, the current issue before the court is a request for a continuance, not the admissibility of mitigation evidence or the performance of counsel. The court's decision remains a matter of discretion. In a petition for habeas corpus, because the defendant failed to demonstrate that the state court's rejection was objectively unreasonable, finding the trial court's denial of a last-minute continuance did not violate, the court will be well within its discretion to bring the case to trial after 2 years and an already robust defence investigation. Affirming the decision to deny a motion for a continue where the trial court cited the overall length of the case, the interests of the victims and the mitigation investigation done by prior counsel. Second defender relies on the ABA guidelines for the appointments and performance of defence counsel in death penalty proceedings to list all the things that his counsel needs to accomplish. The exercise is meritless and a matter of law and fact. As the law, the Idaho Supreme Court has declined the invitation to adopt these guidelines. Repudiating the guidelines in the context of post-conviction discovery and rejecting a claim that heightens procedural safeguards should be employed in discovery in capital cases. Recognizing that failing to comply with ABA guidelines is not ineffective assistance of counsel, for its part, the United States Supreme Court has ruled that the ABA guidelines are just that, only guides. Beyond the general requirements of reasonableness, specific guidelines are not appropriate. As a factual matter, even if the court looks to the ABA guidelines, the record reveals that the defendant's counsel has complied with them. Table 1 and Table 2 attached to this brief cross-reference the list of tasks defendants acts forth from the ABA guidelines with this actual record in the case. The results show that an appellate court will be exceedingly hard-pressed to rely on the ABA guidelines or any other basis to find that the defendant has suffered prejudice if trial proceeds as scheduled. It also shows that the extending defendant's mitigation investigation will not serve a useful purpose. Because of this point, any new information counsel hopes to find is based on more speculation.
Let me jump in right here. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Hit the thumbs up, the thumbs down. We don't give a damn. Just hit it and let the algorithm know that we all are here. Y'all, I know this is a long read, and God bless Maggie for doing it. Maggie, take a drink. Take a drink. Wet your whistle. Wet your whistle, if you will. And I know it's a long read. I think we're almost through this part of it. I just think it's very telling. Whoever put this together, I'm telling you, I'd like to meet that person and shake their hand and give them a hug, because they did a hell of a lot of researching into case laws to come up with this argument, telling the judge, listen, they have had ample time. They've got more than enough counsel to help try this case. I mean, to help defend this case. They've had as much time as the prosecution's team, and the prosecution's team is much, much smaller, yet they have time to do this. Listen, when Ann Taylor stood up, just like he said, in the 11th hour at one of the last, it was supposed to be the last pretrial hearing, she told the judge the very last thing that she brought up in court. She waited till the end. She knew she was going to piss Hip Hippler off. And she was like, Hip, yo, Hip. Like, dude, honey, listen, Linda. I do not have enough time. I will not be ready come time for court. I mean, I don't know what you guys are. Okay, that was me saying it because that's how unprofessional I am. But she was like, Your Honor, sir, judge person. Like, I don't have enough time. There's not enough. We're gonna need an indefinite. We can't offer you a timeline of how long we're gonna need to be able to fully defend this case. So they want, our court date of August the 11th just to go away for an undisclosed period of time. That's not the way the world works. And every deadline that the judge set forth for them to present certain things, the reason why there's deadlines is to keep people on track, right? Keep people on track and make sure that they've got things covered. So when we get up to the trial, you've already met that deadline, so you've got that covered. You've met that deadline, so that's covered. They've missed so many deadlines. How many times are we going to just keep putting off and adding? We're adding on more court appearances now. Listen, the only thing left that scares me, I think the judge is going to say, you know what, you're right. And there's enough case study here to back up every bit of this motion. I think the only thing left to do is if Koberger stands up and fires his lead counsel. If he fires his counsel, we're screwed, because that means it's start all over. I think that's the only thing they've got left. So if Ann Taylor is serious about wanting to get more time for Brian Koberger and thinking that she could ever, because let's just face it, we know just from the hearings, Ann Taylor, and from her motions that she is putting before the court, she is no longer looking to prove his innocence. She is looking to get the death penalty taken off the table. That's my view of it. If you have a different view, let me know. Let's talk about it. So I think the only thing that's left to do is if she really believes that they could find something to get the death penalty taken off the table, the only thing left to do is he can fire her. And then they have to start all over. And God knows how long it will take to get, yes, you can fire a public defender. Absolutely. He could represent himself, Barbara. Absolutely, you can. All right, let's go on. And I don't mean to fear monger. All right, Maggie, where am I?
Defendant filed an
Okay.
additional document that purports to outline what new evidence he might seek and what strategies or tactics he might use to obtain such evidence. Initially, the court expressed skepticism the defendant's motion was properly filed and ordered defendant to provide a redacted copy of the filing to the state for it to address in the response in a response. Defendant then objected to that order, and the state now understands that the court has decided not to require disclosure of the ex parte filing. While the state does not concede that the defendant has valid grounds for his objection, it will not address the objection given the court's decision. The state, however, does request that if the court has identified a basis in the ex parte filing to grant defendant's motion, that the court allow the state to respond to that particular issue. Regardless of the ex parte filing, the court should deny defendant's motion because of the resources he has of his disposal and the significant work already done to support his mitigation case. While defendant's reason for the continuance are unpersuasive, there is another reason to deny his motion. The victim in this case, including the immediate family members of the homicide victims, have a right under the Idaho Constitution to the timely disposition of the case, given that it has been nearly 2.5 years since defendant's arrest. The victim's rights and their desire for justice weigh in favour proceeding to trial as scheduled. While the term timely disposition is not defined, it must mean that at some point a trial court can decide that the administration of justice outweighs a defendant's desire to continue preparing his defence. This is one of the purposes of the Idaho Victims' Rights Amendment and is consistent with Idaho cases requiring a defendant to show actual prejudice in order to successfully challenge a decision to deny a motion to continue. In his motion, defendant cites many cases where counsel failed to adequately prepare for trial or sentencing. He cites no case where the court found that over 2 years was an inadequate amount of time to prepare, nor could he. He concedes that the Sixth Amendment only means that a defendant is entitled to a reasonable period of time before trial during which counsel might prepare the defence. While he appears to want unlimited time, defendant has already had a reasonable amount of time to prepare, as demonstrated by the substantial quantity of evidence his attorneys have amassed. Against the backdrop, the court can properly rely on victims' constitutional rights as a basis to deny his motion. There is no doubt that the publicity surrounding this case, including but not limited to a recent Dateline TV show containing non-public evidence, poses challenges for the court and both parties. The state reaffirms his commitments to comply with the court's non-dissemination order, to do everything as a power to prevent leaks and to assist in determining which person or persons provided non-public information to Dateline. However, defendant's reliance on the Dateline episode to support his motion is misplaced for several reasons. First, the question of whether defendants can receive a fair trial is not answered by the amount of and nature of pre-trial publicity. Rather, it depends on whether a fair and impartial jury can be seated, as the United States Supreme Court has said. To hold that mere existence of any preconceived motion to the guilt or innocence of an accused without more is insufficient to rebut the presumption, and a productive juror's impartiality would be to establish an impossible standard. It is sufficient if the jurors can lay aside his impression or opinion and render a verdict based on the evidence presented in court. According to the Idaho Supreme Court, has long recognized that the trial courts can successfully select an impartial jury despite widespread publicity. A death penalty case, the Idaho Supreme Court disagreed with the defendant's claims that extensive publicity prior to the trial deprived him of the opportunity to be tried before an impartial jury, because cachet jury was excessively questioned to determine the degree of their exposure to the pre-trial publicity. Defendant's rights were preserved. When the defendants later saw federal habeas corpus relief, the Ninth Circuit examined process and found no prejudice, even though on the day of jury selection, the case was covered on the front page of the local newspaper, as well as TV and radio.
Sorry, Maggie.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to do that. Hi, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. Listen, I'm going to say it just like everybody else is saying it. We're all saying it. Everybody's saying it. Everybody's thought it, and it's true. If P. Diddy can find a seat a jury, we can seat a jury. Do you guys know I did a live the other night where I was blasting what was going on in LA? It was a terrible live. It really was. But I'm showing it clear on, everything that's going on over there. And, there were people that were coming in saying, what's going on? Where's this at? I was like, are you American? Are you in America? And they're like, yeah. And listen, we can see the trial. How many people did we pull up that is in the state of Idaho? Does anybody remember? Wasn't it? Do you remember, Mags?
No.
Let me look really quick.
Not at all. My brain. Just having a drink. Just having a swig.
You get you a swig, girl. All right. So there's 2.2 million as of 2024 people living in Idaho. I'm pretty sure we can find 20, 25 people. Pretty sure. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think out of 2 million people, we can find a good 25, because it's not like you couldn't have heard of the case. You could have absolutely heard of it. Listen, every person that's on that jury over in Diddy's case, you think they haven't heard of Diddy? Yeah, they have. They've heard of him. They may not know him. It's not about whether you've heard of the case or not, or heard Brian Koberger's name or not, or heard the Goncalveses or the Mogans or anybody that are key players in this. That's not what being a juror about. Being a juror is, can you put everything that you know aside and be non-biased and listen to nothing but the facts and give an honest verdict? That's what it asks you. Of course, if you know the victims, no, you're not going to be there. If your family, if you're maybe been a victim of the same kind of crime, or your family member has, all that aside. But when you take out all of the big stuff that's on the questionnaire for everybody, and when they ask you, have you heard of this trial? If you say yes, the next question is going to be, can you be biased? For me, I would be like, oh, no, sir. No. I'm not going to. Well, you could put me in there, but I'm going to say, yo, hippity hop hippler, honey. That dude over there is guilty as fuck. Can we go to lunch, please? And I need a cigarette break. Y'all, they kick me out. Nobody needs a leanie in the courtroom. Okay? There's a reason why I do YouTube and not do legal stuff, because I'm foul-mouthed. But anyways, So people get it. People think, oh, there's no way that we're going to get it because everybody has heard. Well, it doesn't matter what they've heard. It's a matter of, can you deliver a verdict based on facts and what you see under oath in that courtroom? Nothing, and put away everything that you've heard outside the courtroom. That's what it's about. That's what they're going to be asked. So yes, pretty sure we can get 25 people. What says you guys? What says you, Maggie? Way over
Yeah,
there
I agree.
in
I agree.
England.
You could get them in. Yeah, get the jury and ceases. Definitely. These were wasting time before all this discovery stuff was this documentary was leaked. Nothing to
Oh, I
do with
can't
that. Just
wait.
going on with that now.
Y'all, I'm sitting. I cannot listen.
Oh, hang on.
This
So
this
what did
trial starts on the 11th. My
It's a
birthday's
worry
the
though
12th.
that the judge may allow the continuance because of the state leaking facts to the public. Defence wants time for the fallout from Dateline to dissipate. But you know what, Lizzo? Before that, they were wanting time. That's just, as far as I'm concerned, another excuse for them, Gail. I mean, I I truly believe it's gone on long enough, and I get what you're saying. You know, it'd be devastating to think someone who hadn't done this got like put away for life or to the death penalty, whatever for it. But I truly believe that he's guilty from all the things that I've seen and heard, and there's things that we haven't. But I think the defence wants time for the fallout from Dateline. I just think if it hadn't have been that, it'd have been something else.
It sure would have. That's the truth. And they both come out and said, and so did the judge in the hearing about this. They both everybody came out and said they were worried that would they be able to seat a jury now that more people even know more facts about it. I'm sorry, I think out of 2 million people, you're going to find 25 people that don't give a damn about Dateline or the Idaho case.
See, this is what gets me. If I know about this now, what I know, what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've read. Now, if I was to get put on that jury, if I was able to, obviously, and I knew about it because obviously I've been seeing it and all that, and then all the things were getting put to, I would be totally in a new space in my head. I wouldn't be thinking about all this. What I did, I'd be looking at all this as new. I honestly would.
Oh, I
I'd go,
would.
I know I
Mm-mm.
would. I truly would. Obviously, I'd know what I know already, but I'd still have to go by
That's
what I
because
was
you're a
getting
better
shown.
person than I am, Maggie.
No, but I think the juror, I do feel. I mean, okay, if you're saying that, there's going to be some jurors then. I mean, do you believe that every juror that goes on a case, Leanie, does not know about some of
No,
these cases?
no. I think
Yeah,
they do know. And the only reason I knew that is because Beefcake just came off a jury, right? And so
yeah.
they asked him, he had heard about it. Of course, we live
Yeah.
here.
I mean,
And
especially such a big case like this,
yeah,
you know,
yeah. But
I
for
mean,
me, I know I would have to say there's no way. Like I know too much. And I'm gonna I would be side eyeing Koberger the whole time with my finger, giving him juices, And I
when I
couldn't
first
do
went
it.
in, I'd be like, oh, but then once I started hearing that again from the very beginning, and I was hearing it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, I would start looking at it. I would have to, in my brain, I have to be fair. I have to
Yeah,
do what's right. No, honestly, I would be a good person to do it because I know for a fact I would start looking at it in as it was new to me. But there is people going to be on that jurors that know all about this, and maybe they've made their minds up, which is unfair to do that. And maybe they could be like me when things start getting put down and they're shown. People can think, oh my god, you know that wasn't right, or it's got to be fair. It's got
yeah.
to be a fair trial, regardless of what we think. It has to be a fair trial.
Listen, I think they absolutely will come up with at least 25 people that have never heard of it. It's like Jay Brad says. She said there are lots of people who don't know about the crimes around them because they choose not to know, and that
It's
is
a bit
true.
like me round here because otherwise you live in fear. And I remember when the Summer Wells case, it was everyone was there was a lot of people didn't know about it. that live close by did not know about it. And
No.
look how big that was. So
Warren,
it you know, but it's only a little town, isn't it? Idaho, where
yeah.
it's only very small. So you'd think that everyone knew or knew someone who didn't know who told, and I don't know. I think people would know if it was that small.
No, I just, mm-mm. I mean, I just don't. I think you'll be able to find. I don't think seating a jury is going to be that hard at all. But that's just my opinion. Warren says, "Dead of the night, Ziploc trash can dumping in the neighbor's trash, dressed like a ninja, because the sheath left behind spooked him 100%. Yes." The Wicked says there's leaks because there's been no follow through or closure. This is a snake gnawing in its own grass. Agree. Rondi agrees that a jury can be found. Nina, Herwit wrote this in your opinion. You know what? I think they're brilliant. What says you, Nina? You've got a channel. I think it's brilliant. I think it's brilliantly written. And she said, yes, a jury can be seated. Hippler wears jeans and a black Harley Davidson boots under that robe. It might be, yeah, I think he's a badass. I really do. I think I could hang out with Hippler, but I would tell him, hey, you're gonna have to smile and laugh.
His hands, his head in his hands with the way he does listen to you.
Yeah, he would.
Like,
I would be like, dude, you gotta smile. He'd be like, and shaking his head. For fuck's sake, Leanie, shut the hell up.
Leanie, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he would. But you know what? He'd be calling me like once a month saying, tell me something funny because this is a drag without you here. And I'd be like, I know, Hip. I got you. If he's not in fishing shorts, Nina.
I have also said before that Keith Morrison talk. Ooh.
What?
I'm still here listening while running errands. Okay, April. I was reading this, what JB said.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lovebug.
It's okay. I also have said before that Keith Morrison talks and meets with the FBI. I've seen him in headquarters with friends of mine. I can't imagine he released info without the LE permission. Why was it him?
Keith Morrison is the guy who did.
Oh, he was the one who did it, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's the one that did Dateline.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm in love with Keith Morrison's voice. You know, Keith Morrison is Andrew. Not Andrew. What the hell's his name? Whatever Perry, Matthew Perry's stepdad. Very sad.
Who's that?
He's the guy off Friends that died of ketamine overdose.
Oh.
Yeah, that's his stepdad.
Stepdad? Oh.
Yeah. That's another story for another day, but I love Keith.
Judge Hip is a badass, but he was furious about the prosecution leaking the facts to Dateline.
Absolutely. Yeah. As well,
which is right. You know, they don't realise what it's done now. You know, but it's wrong to do it because it should be a fair trial, regardless of what we all think.
Absolutely.
It should be a fair trial. You know, could be any one of ours. You just don't know. You need it to be fair. You need it where people can go home and sleep and know in their hearts they made the right decision. It's so hard, isn't it? It's quite scary, I think. Leanie, she's knocked something.
No, I was talking to Bonus Child. Sorry.
I knew she was up to
you can get them.
Quiet.
You can get them from the dollar store. You bought those for me before, haven't you?
Child.
Probably. Yeah, we're not in Noblesville anymore, baby. The card is in my purse, in my wallet. And then get us both something to eat, and you'll be the real MVP for today. All right, Maggie, let's get back to reading.
When you say your pace, we think of what you call a Wallace is our pace. A Wallace is a man's pace, so to speak.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let me make this bigger. Oh, I've done it wrong. Cancel. Okay. Am I at the top? Yeah. Here, the court's carefully crafted jury selection process has every chance to produce an impartial jury. Because of the sensitive nature of the court's voir dire procedures, the state will not address the mechanics of jury selection in the public filing. But suffice is to say, if an individual has been impacted by the Dateline episode or any other publicity that cannot be impartial, they will be seated as a juror. This case is not the Ada County Judiciary's first experience with a highly publicised trial in recent years. Like the court in the Valley Daybell trial, the court is well equipped to select a jury, to handle ongoing media coverage, and to conduct a first trial in the Ada County Courthouse. Second, the Idaho Supreme Court has rejected defendants' theory that a continuance is necessary to allow media coverage to dissipate. The Vetterli argues that the trial judge should have granted a continuance to allow the harmful press coverage to dissipate. However, as stated above, there is every indication that an impartial jury was impaneled and that Vetterli received a fair trial. As the court correctly noted at the pre-trial conference, delaying the trial will only allow more opportunities for pre-trial publicity. There is no reason to think that media coverage in this case will dissipate. So proceeding to a trial as scheduled may actually avoid any negative consequences from future publicity. Defendants' disposition cases occurred in the 1960s and involved communities where it was presumed or demonstrated that residents had already formed opinions about the case based on local media reports. Where sensational publicity adverse to the accused permitted the small town in which he was tried, the voir examination indicated and that prospectively jurors and 2/3 of those seated on the jury had an opinion as to guilt. Here, venue has already been moved, and in the court will use a much larger pool of potential jurors than in defendant cited cases. This case is also proceeding in a highly fractured media landscape that bears little resemblance to what prevailed in the 1960s. What happened in defendant cited cases has no bearing on whether the court can select a sufficient number of impartial jurors in this case. The court should deny defendant's motion because he has not shown that the publicity surrounding the case will prevent a fair trial. For the foregoing reasons, the court should deny the defendant's motion to continue. In this light, it is relevant to consider how the specific jury pool is at issue, which consists of citizens from Ada County, may or may not be impacted by media coverage. And I've just read that, I think. Yeah.
All right. So the rest, I'm sorry. Let
It's
me,
okay.
I got messed up here. So this is like done in tables, and it tells you like medical history, and the state's response to it. I don't know if you feel like reading that.
Yeah,
Let me see how many pages it is. One,
Like
two.
whole numbers as well. There were a lot of numbers in it.
Yeah, there's a lot because it's the
I'll
case
be like
studies
using
and all.
words and get like that.
Yeah, wah wah wah. So,
I think
anyways,
it's just repeating there what's being said, but
yeah,
just in little segments
like,
of it, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like table of context is what it is. So we're done with that. Thank you, Maggie, for reading that. I appreciate it so much, y'all. And there are more documents that have been laid out, that have been put in there on his case page. I I think it's a good idea to go check them out if you haven't done it. Um,
I think as well, if you want to read that, overread it, because there was a lot
right.
of interruption with me, like not being able to see words and stuff. So if you go and read it yourself, you might be able to take it in better. It is really good. Even
It
when I
is
read it
really good.
myself, I was taking it in. So yeah,
I
it's quite interesting.
yeah, I really do think that I mean, it was enlightening to me. It does, and I think they have put up a very good argument as to why we should just keep continuing, because when they said that um maybe delaying the case could cause um even more disruption to finding a
Yeah.
jury. I think what they mean by that is, well, Dateline's out there, right? Anybody could pick it up and
Yeah.
then may have never heard of the case, but they see Dateline scroll
And
across
start
and they're
watching
like,
it
oh,
and then realize, oh
a-
God, so we've been
and then
called on
start
the
digging
thingy to
into
do
it.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So I don't know. I just think, Maggie, I gotta y'all. This is so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. Oh, why does everybody keeps doing that to me? That's the second call I've gotten from a family member, and I let it ring one time and then hang up on me. They hate
That's
me
another
too.
way. So does that mean you've got to phone them back, or it was a
No,
mistake?
it was probably a mistake.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about it.
I done it to you today.
Oh, did you? I didn't even notice you
Yeah.
did it today.
I leant on me. I was doing something, leant on my phone. I heard the phone ringing. So I'm looking round, and as I looked, it was ringing you. It was ringing you on, what is it? Messenger. I was like, wasn't even on Messenger. I was like, oh my God. But sometimes if the wire from my earbuds touches the screen, it starts doing crazy stuff. So I
Really?
stopped
That's so
it quick
weird.
and said, "Oh, Leanie, sorry, it was a mistake," because it was just ringing and ringing until I realised. So yeah.
All right, guys. I don't know who is still here. I think you got whoever's hung out with us and hung on this long with us. We appreciate it. Check it out, you guys. Go and read some of those documents.
Do it, yeah.
I mean, I'm the type of person I would rather it be like read to me. There's
Me
no way
too.
I could read out loud and take in what I'm reading. That's
I
why I like
normally don't,
reading it.
but I actually did. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's good. I go and Lizzo, you'll be interested. Go and read it. Because as I say, I made too many mistakes tonight, and my eyes and the first half of it was awful because Leanie hadn't made it bigger. So I was like thinking that was all she could make it big, and but then she made it bigger halfway through, so it was easier for me then. But honestly, anyone who wasn't getting like what I was saying or making sense of it, go and read it. It's really good.
it is really good. Rondi, thank you for being here. Have a good day at work. A good day at work, and I thank you for coming in, y'all. Again, she's from 12 Gauges Community, and we're so
Oh,
glad that you're here.
thanks, Rondi.
You guys, I did bring up some other, so I wanted to get that out of the way because I know that some of you don't even go to the case page, which is fine. Up until this one in the Delphi, I never went to case pages before the, you know, people's um documents on in their court things. So I know a lot of people don't do it. So I think it's important to get those things out. And before that had happened, we've got a little bit of time left. We've only been on here for 2 hours. Max, are you okay?
I'm okay, yeah.
Okay. Cooey Lulu. It's
Hi,
freezing
Lou.
there. It's freezing.
Oh, it's
But
it's roasting here. Roasting.
we're roasting and she's freezing. That's the way it goes. Um, so of course I had other stuff planned for today, but I wanted to get that read first, and maybe we can just do an hour of this. Um, so when I had told you guys that I had learned something this week about having to go wherever people are living and then pull up their name, that's where I would find different things, right? It's not all going to be listed in Ada County under Brian Koberger, people that are getting subpoenaed to come in, that you just got to figure it all out. I had started on my list of of key players that we know is going to take the stand or possibly may take the stand. Listen, did you guys hear? 200 people. 200 people that that the state is possibly going to call. 120 something people just in the penalty phase that the defense is possibly going to call. Y'all, we're in
It
for
was
it.
like that in the last case I just watched. I think that was the same.
Whew. But you know what? This is going to be different because there's 4 victims. So there's going to be a lot
on each one, isn't it? Is it like going to be, you know, they're going to do them individually?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of testimony individually about
Yeah.
things. So, woo! But I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. I'm excited about it. I cannot
It's going to be
wait.
winter. Made up.
Yeah, what happened to the 10,000 people that they were going to try to, you know, they were sending out surveys to 10,000 people and start, you know, picking them out of the pool, you know, to be a juror. So we'll see. Things are already going out though, you guys, and things are going to start happening really quick. Again, we're in trial. We're in a pre-trial hearing on a week from today, so we will be watching that live here. They also have, I think, 2 private is it 2 private? I know for sure it's 1.
What happens on the pre-trial, Lee? What happens there?
Pre-trial just means that they're just tidying up the last things right before we go to trial. So these all that we're watching right now are pre-trial hearings that have to. You're just finishing up business so that we can begin the process.
Like what we've already seen?
Yes, it was. That was supposed to be the last pre-trial hearing.
Okay,
and then. The Dateline episode came out, and then Ann Taylor put in there, I'm not going to be ready at the last pre-trial hearing. That's what she said. So that's what blew all of this out of the water. Warren, good night, honey. Thank you for coming in. We love you so much.
Warren.
Thank you for being here. So I know that they have 2 private court hearings coming up. One is going to be Wednesday again. So we're going to be able to go in and listen to one of the hearings, and then just like last time, we're going to be kicked out. They're going to have a private hearing. But you guys know by the time we all get off here, it's probably already going to be reported. Somebody on YouTube will already have why that was happening. That's what happened last time, right? Like, remember they kicked us out of the courtroom and they were having that private talk. And then by the time I got off here, I turned on YouTube, and guess what? Everybody already knew but us.
Yeah.
So
we were sitting waiting, thinking they would happen to dinner, the lunch, whatever you call it. We were like, oh, they're on lunch, yeah.
So
no clue.
when I was
That's
realizing
how professional we are.
Yeah, we run a low budget program here, you guys.
You try, Lee. You try. You get good research. You just gotta leg it with it, girl, when you get
gotta leg it.
Just gotta leg it. Tell us all quick. Don't be waiting till go big a Wednesday. By that time,
I know, but the deal is that as soon as something goes down, and when we first started these, I was going live as soon as I heard something or saw something drop.
I think that's what you're best doing now. Honestly, it's getting me taking off the Cobega Wednesdays and just doing your pop-ups now.
Yeah, maybe when we get closer to it. Because right now, Maggie, I mean, we're going to start hearing so much. I mean, the subpoenas are going out. And
that's what I mean. But by the time you're getting them out on Cobega Wednesday, they're already out. We need the pop-ups to be quick, to leg it. In the queue,
let me put that on my schedule, Maggie.
Well, make sure. We need to know first, Stanley, and as soon as you know, you got it open the live. Don't phone me, Maggie. Get on, hurry up.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Oh my God. Okay. But I know you can't. You've got commitments. I've just thought.
Yeah, it's a tough time right now.
I know. I forgot.
Okay, it's all right. No big deal. anyways, I had gone back through. I had gone into Pennsylvania courts documents and stuff, and was trying to figure out what, because we know who I think 3 of them are so far, and 2 of them we're not sure of yet. So I was trying to find the other 2 that that had been subpoenaed to come in for that hearing in Pennsylvania. And then I saw all the documents again from Pennsylvania, and I was like, let me just um visit this, right? Because it has the 2 uh I'm sorry, my brain's starting to fry. It has the 2 warrants on it and what they took out of his house and out of his car. It's got a list of items that they took from his house and his car. And you guys, I'm so glad I went back over and looked at it. Now, mind you, I don't know who is the one that wrote down the list of things that they had confiscated from his house or his car. It's so hard to read that I
Oh
felt like
my
I
God,
was.
I know. I
Did you
sent
read
you the
them, Maggie?
screenshots. I was trying to zoom in, seeing what the
Oh,
hell are they saying?
there were some
Couldn't make it
doctors
out.
writing.
Oh my
Yes,
God,
some
it
of
was
it I can't
awful.
make it out. I mean, so I thought with us together and with the chat that maybe they could help us figure it out too, because this that shouldn't be allowed. I'm
Okay, I'll
sorry. I
put
think
some
you
here.
should,
I'm
if
gonna
you're
put it up.
putting real documents up, if you're putting legal documents up, anywhere, if you're signing any kind of legal document, I think whatever you're putting on that document should be completely legible, no matter what. And some of this is not legible at all. I mean, I'm pulling it out of my ass what I think it might be saying. It's terrible. So, but I was glad I went and revisited, because some of them I was thinking, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot about that. So I decided to bring some of that up, and let's try to work it out together and just be reminded of things that were confiscated from his house, his person, and his car. Now, remember this: everything that they have confiscated, right? Everything that they've taken into custody, does not mean that it's going to be used in trial or it's evidence against him. It just means that it's questionable, that it could be evidence, and it needs to be looked at and investigated better and sent to the lab, that it could be possible part of the case. So some or all of this we may not even ever hear about in this case, right? Right? Um, but it's questionable, just like any of the evidence they found in the house or outside the house. Just because they took it into for evidence does not mean that we're going to hear about it in the trial. It's just something that's looks odd or out of place or could be a part of what they're looking for, and they send it in for testing and more investigation, and then they decide, does this have anything to do with the case? If not, it's given back to wherever it came from. So some or all of this we may not even see. Maggie, did you want to pull it up, honey? Or I could pull it up. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Uh, see, I could read that. Well, when you just had it big, that looked really, really good.
Yep, that was a different one, Lee. That's a completely different one. That I put that up. I thought that was a small one because I'm trying to upload them from my phone. You know, when you're trying to you can't see it how big it is, so you don't know which is because you're only looking at a little tiny thumbnail to try and pick the right one. So let me delete that one and try again to
Well,
find that one.
this
Look
one's
at that.
kind of interesting
Can
though,
anyone see it?
because
Oh, go on. Go on.
let me tell you why this is interesting. First of all, it's not on a legal document. It is actually handwritten on a, and maybe we'll have to get better, we'd have to get clarification from JB. Obviously, this is legal, But I find it odd. Make it smaller again, Maggie, so we can take a look at it. This is not a legal paper that this Gary, I can't read his last name, has written on. It's actually just a piece of paper.
These are two separate things, like
Oh, okay. But even
not
that
one
one
zoomed
is
in.
so yeah, I find that odd. I find that odd, but whatever. Because the first paper showed that it's they're looking for warrants, right? Is this what they submitted to the court for warrants?
This is what all I know. I took these screenshots from where you told me to go, and I thought, oh, I don't know what she wants, so I just screenshot everything. This is what they had in the house, the evidence they found. This is about all the stuff they found in the house.
Yeah, let's read this too. Let's read this because I did not pull these ones up. But I mean, I've seen them before, but it just now hit me that none of this, I mean, it's not on a legal document.
Well,
But
let me do the first. I think
it's
this is the
submitted to
first
court.
one. So, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Go on.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go on. You read it because there's a lot in it I can't make out, especially the next one.
All right. On December 30th, 2022, at approximately 16:09 hours, which would be 4:09 in the afternoon, Judge Gary J. Something Lieberg. I can't read it. Lieberg
Judge
finds Judge.
J.S. Libya or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Finds these. Do you want me to try?
Yeah,
Finds
you could.
these a probable cause to believe the storage closets labeled G201 in black, making on a wooden something lockable wood door locked in building.
Located.
I thought I said locked. Oh yeah, located in building F of Steptoe's apartments. My go on, leave you, Lee.
May confirm items listed as number 1 and number 5 in the section of items to be seized may be found in the storage unit. Also, he authorizes the search of the storage unit labeled G201 located in the building F of the Steptoe apartments. So, yeah, I remember hearing there was a locker that was
one.
And then it says down at the bottom, see body camera. Oh,
no.
I love me some body cam. See body camera recordings for telephonic application. Wow. I love it. Here, let me make this.
My God, help you.
Yeah. Y'all, you're going to have to go find it yourself. This one's too hard to read.
See if I can zoom in on that. Oh my God. I can see it, but I can't make out what the hell is being said in that. I had of apartment, that's all I can see, apartment, here of storage available to locate, I don't know. It's awful. So there's that one. And then
ooh. Let's see what all right. So Lulu says, no, I'm just reading chat because it's good stuff. Are these pages from the police officer's book or did they do this at the station? Why aren't they typed? Lulu says. JB says, emergency handwritten probable cause search warrant. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, JB, when they were there. You know, they were writing down things they were seeing and stuff.
And she said it's not that unusual. And then she says, Lulu says, at J. Brad, officer's handwriting as bad as doctor's. Right. Oh, it gets worse. Wait till we pull up the other shit. It's so bad. Go ahead, Maggie.
The other one. Just can't see it.
Oh, you just can't see it.
Just terrible.
But it, you know, the good.
Let me get rid of them and upload some more.
I have the other ones up already, Maggie.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, I have the other ones.
These.
So we can put it on the bigger screen. But I like how it says see body cam footage for the, you know, to see how this was all legally done. I dig that. I dig that. Way to cover their asses, right? All right, so let's bring up this one. All right, let's make this bigger.
But
Mods,
they have terrible time reading that back themselves because I've wrote things down sometimes and go, "What the hell have I
What the
put
hell?
there?" So, can you imagine? He's going to be like looking at that, thinking, "Oh, that looks like this and it looks like that," and it's not even that at all.
Can you guys see this? Is that better?
Name Brian
So
C.
this is
Coburger 119.
so
I think I can see.
okay. So this is a receipt for the property that they had confiscated out of the house. So they number one is one Defiant silver flashlight. You guys, I think on they are labeled wrong in the documents because this is labeled as what they found in the house and the other one is labeled as what they found in the car. I think they're labeled wrong. I think this is labeled this is supposed to be what they found in the house. So this is what they collected, okay? Number 2, they collected 4 medical style gloves. Number 3, they collected a white Arizona Jean Company large t-shirt. Number 4,
Champion.
Champion USA
WSU.
Large black sweatshirt. Number 5, pair of black and white size 13 Nike shoes. Number 6,
Pair of Under Armour socks. Pair
okay.
of black Under Armour socks. Number 7, Under Armour black large shorts. Number 8, Under Armour black boxers large. 9, 1, 2 buccal swabs.
So they took 2 buccal swabs out of the car.
Mm.
Mm.
He had them in the car.
Does that mean that's why I think this is in the car?
Was he getting someone else's DNA?
I don't know. Why would they take? Why would they
Why
take?
would they take?
Mhm.
No, but is that what they found?
They swabbed something in the car.
No, I mean, wasn't buccal swabs found in the car?
No, a
Or did
buccal
they?
swab is what they take. So they
Okay,
take
because
this.
I thought, oh, maybe he's trying to put someone's DNA there. This is what I'm thinking.
No,
See,
this is
so
what
they did that. Okay,
yeah, this is
because
what the
it's
police.
with a list of things they found, so it's quite misleading for people like me who wouldn't know that.
Yeah, this is a list of things I think that was found in the car. So, all right, let's get rid of the stop this screen and pull up. This is a thing that I think was in the house. Receipt for property. And this is a lot, and this is where it's going to get hard to read. All right, go back over cheer. Present it cheer. There we go. All right, Maggie, I will try to make it bigger, and we're just going to have to do our best to get
big,
through it.
and we'll go between us and see what we can. Book.
Let me see.
With underlining in page 118.
All right, guys, the description of items that were collected and seized. All right, number 1, guess what it is? It's a knife. It doesn't tell us what kind of knife. It just says a knife.
Oh, God.
Number 2. Go ahead, Maggie. Read number 2.
With underlining on page 118.
Now, we don't know what that book is, but for some reason he felt it important to underline something on page 118 that they thought was part of this case. That
something to do, well, something of like.
Yeah, because anything they took, anything that's on here, they think is going to help them with the case, or
Relevance,
it's gonna be
isn't it? Yeah.
relevance to the case, or you know, help with solving this crime. Number 3, AT&T bill for Brian C. Koberger. Go ahead, Max.
I can't see it. Number 4,
Draw it.
22 lens something, is it? A what?
So it's a Glock. It's a 22 Gen 5 40 caliber serial number. So it's a gun.
Oh,
Now, I don't know.
where's
Number
another
5.
one? Number 5?
Yeah. Number 5
Wow.
is another one.
Did
Go
we
ahead,
read
Max.
all this before?
No, I haven't pulled this up
Sim-
on any of them before. I've forgotten all about them.
Right, I can't see the beginning, but does that say police knife, a pen knife, police knife? Or
So
a
it says a Smith & Wesson pocket knife.
Oh, pocket knife.
Mhm.
Okay.
Number
6, builder in 20 vehicle paperwork. Number 7, ASET laptop, model number, blah, blah, blah. Number 8, Korea.
No, Acer.
That was number 7. I've just read that.
oh.
Number 8, Kera, QC or
Oh,
something.
green. GREEN. Green leafy substance in green container. What we're
Oh,
buying.
yeah. Oh,
Number
go
9
ahead.
is a document. Number 10 is some
Green
more.
substance again.
In a plastic bag. Number 11.
Is a white paper with a password.
Number
Oh.
12.
Power
Cable.
cable.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't know why they would be taking a power cable. I don't listen. I'm not in forensics.
I wouldn't have a clue either why they would be taking that, but maybe it's to work something they've got if it's there. Maybe it's for the
Maybe
laptop.
so. Yeah.
Cell
Yeah, you're
phone.
right.
Number 13, a cell phone.
Yeah, a cell phone. I wonder if it's his immediate one or another one they found there.
Well, that's probably one they found there, I think. Number 14, 3. Is that
Glock.
40 caliber? Another one? Oh,
No, these-
magazine.
And
Magazines.
but they're empty.
Right. I'm 15. You'll have to do that, Lee.
I don't know.
Is that
It
boots?
could say
Boots.
boots, books, black buckle. I don't know.
Number 16, black face mask. Number 17, does that say? Now I've just seen that twice as different. I've just seen it one as prescription, and then something phone. Then
It's prescription.
is it? It looks
Yeah,
like
he just
okay. Then black gloves is number 18. Number 19, one something mask.
black hat and one black mask.
Mask. Oh God.
There's more.
These. Number 21. Go on, Lee.
Personal identifying documents. That was number
Sorry, that was 20. Yeah, 21. Go on.
New Balance shoes. 22 is a dark colored jacket. That's A. 22B is a dark jacket. 22C is dark.
Stop writing.
I swanny, it looks like a juicer, but I don't think it is.
No, I don't know what it is. It just looks like foreign writing to me.
Or ulcers. I don't know. Number 22D.
22D looks like dark item, is it? I don't know.
Dark color something. And number 23U. No, A. Dark colored shirt. 23A is dark colored shirt. 23B is dark colored shirts. Maybe that's supposed to say shorts, but 23C is dark color shirt again. So maybe there's 3 different shirts.
So we must have had all the stuff in the car when he was moving.
Maybe.
Some pieces.
And then 24A is dark colored pant. 24B is dark,
Oh,
I guess that's colored pants. So I guess there's 2 different
Glove.
ones.
25 is something glove, isn't it?
Black glove or clear glove. I can't tell. 26 is one.
Can any of you guys work this out? Can you see it? Something dummies.
Yeah, it looks
One.
like dummies.
One. Something input with dummies. Input with dummies.
Of, I don't know. This is crazy. I don't think
It's
you should be able to
incredible.
put this on legal documents
No, I
at
don't
all.
think you should. One, something, that's all I can understand on number 27. One, looks like lupus to me.
Uh-huh.
28, looks like Pip. Record of no idea.
Oh, of cell Glock 22 Gen S 40 caliber.
Oh God.
So it's a record of sale for the oh, I wonder when he bought that. So that's his sale slip. 29, a photograph. Something.
Does that say taser? I can't even see photograph. Number 29, the last words look like taser. Oh, terrible.
Yeah, this is terrible.
And C31, criminal psychology book. And 22, tokens something of
Documents and
of university mechanic. Oh, I don't know. Terrible, I feel like
no,
complaining.
this is not us at all. This should not
No.
be allowed.
I think
But
if
here's
they-
the number.
yeah.
Here's the number 3 to it. So number 33, extra large Columbia Navy. It's got to be a shirt, pants. Maybe it's a fleece jacket.
Looks like it ends in either an IE or a U. Hoodie, no?
Don't know. Number 34.
Amani. Is that?
I think it's Amani too. Amani, something drawing, right?
Orange. Something orange.
It looks like drawing to me. DRAWING.
Maybe.
Some kind of drawing.
I just want to see if these can see this. I've just got to see what the comments are saying. A man's mind trying to feet. Is anyone really looking at this to see if they can make things out? Because it's terrible. Try and zoom in on it and see. Lizzo said fleece. We've gone well past it. We can't see the chest. I'm going to go back in because this. I'm going, where were we, Lee?
We are at number 35.
35.
Oh, ID. Inside glove, inside box.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. 36.
No.
Something criminology book. And something license and then a card, maybe? I don't know. Number 37.
So the name and everything they found in there, it doesn't matter if it's of relevance by the looks of it. Because why was a criminology? Oh, I don't know. Barracuda is that? Number 30. I'm at 39. It's something Barracuda. Something solid. Something drive.
Seagrove, Bermuda. Samsung solid state drive. So
Yeah,
I'm
maybe,
wondering if
yeah.
that is some kind of electronic. But
Mhm.
38 was black gloves. Okay, now we're down to 40. A black box
Digibox,
Samsung.
is it?
A what?
Digibox Samsung. Digibox. Is
Digital
that what you get
box?
all Digibox? It's like you get all the movies and stuff on. Is it,
Oh,
Lizette?
okay. Okay.
Well, that's what they call it here. Mi lost.
Digital Samsung, and then it gives the number, and then, but with Intel Optune inbox. Okay. Number 41,
Hold
2
on.
pair of black gloves, 1 black knit
Ah,
hat. 42, dark green short sleeve shirt, black long sleeve shirt, black sweatshirt, gray jacket, 2 pair of black pants, 1 pair black jeans, 2 pairs black jeans. Number 43, 2 black long sleeve shirt, 2
plain,
plain
plain,
black something.
grey,
Um,
jackets and grey knit something.
hat.
Hats, black.
Mhm. And 1 black glove.
Yeah, and the black glove. 49. Oh no,
No,
40,
44.
43, 44. Motherboards. Something for a computer. So 45. Washington State University
Paperwork.
paperwork. 46. None.
Note.
Notes
No,
from Roger. That's
Brian.
it. It's all Roger. Hey, from Brian. From
Montana. I guess when he was in Montana, he said, I
Montana.
know.
47. Craftsman. Is that shovel? No. Shop. Oh,
Shop
no.
vac.
Shop
Oh,
vac. Oh,
remember when we talked about the shop vac, you guys?
God. Oh my God. 48. If you could see what I think some of these things are saying, I'm looking at retinal.
48 is medical documents. And 49,
49.
it's some kind of WSU documents.
Maybe.
I'm not
Something
sure.
documents. I have no clue. My eyes are killing.
I know. This is the last one. Number 50.
50.
Note to
Notes to
dad.
Dad from Brian.
Dad, I did it.
It was me.
It was me, Daddy.
51.
Come get me. Come get me, Daddy.
No, that was the phone call. Number 51. Maroon coloured. Now that looks like spinal.
Spiral. Uh-huh. Notebook.
Notebook. 52.
Dark colored cloth or clothes.
Loads.
Dark colored clothes.
Loads, yeah. 53. Something power.
HP. All in one.
It's something like
Computer.
a laptop thing. 54. Lenovo, something that's a laptop as well, like that type of thing too.
And password.
And passwords. Ooh, why was that? Ooh. 55. Tangent. I think that's another type of something to do with
Device.
multi.
No
idea.
sé, mi amiga.
56. Something clothes in laundry basket. Dark
Ooh.
clothes in laundry basket. 57. Tailor.
Cutlery knife with leather sheath. Do what?
What? 57.
Okay.
Tailor.
Cutlery
Oh.
knife with sheath. I'm gonna pull that up, Maggie, while you've
With leather sheath.
Yep, I'm gonna pull up what that looks like. I want to see.
Go on.
Is there anybody in chat that we've been talking K-bar, K-bar, K-bar because of the knife she said K-bar, right? But has it been disclosed? They can't disclose that they know for sure it was a K-bar knife that actually was used. It was just a large fixed blade knife, is what they said. But we went with K-bar because that was what was on the sheath. So now this got me to thinking, wait a second. Was the sheath, did he mean to leave the sheath there? Or did he just use that sheath with another knife? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
So this is just the sheath then, isn't it? The sheath?
That's a
Taylor?
knife and Taylor
Jewelry.
knife and leather sheath.
Oh, knife and, yeah, okay. We'll get it up, Lee.
Go ahead and finish reading that one and then I'll pull this up.
Okay. Number 58, swab. And it's just swabs then. And then 162, 2 pair of dark coloured boots and 1 pair of brown boots. And then nothing follows.
Oh, you guys, this looks ugly. Ugly.
Let's have a look.
All right. So there, if you guys want to go back over that, there was a girl named Amanda Montana. No shit, Nina. Let me write that down. Now, see, now I got to go fucking.
What was that? Where are we?
Hold on. I can't believe I don't have my notepad out here.
I know. You normally got it right there.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. I got it right here.
They only name things they seize.
So,
well, I'm thinking he must have had half of the house, his apartment, in the car. Oh, wasn't out of the car, was it? That was out of the house.
Right. I think that it's mislabeled in the court document. Amanda Montana.
Because I was just thinking, JB, he must have been, knew the way he was moving and going back home. Was he like putting all the stuff into the car, and that's how all that was there?
Oh, did you see what Nina said up here too?
Well, let's see. Man's mind drawing by Sigmund Freud, in my opinion.
All right, I'm gonna pull that up too and just see what that looks like. A man's mind.
You did the car earlier, it was separate. See what I mean, JB? I don't even know what I'm reading. Amanda Montana and Ashley Flugel resemble Sana. Oh.
What's on a man's mind? Oh, okay, I see it now. All right, y'all, I'm gonna pull that up in just a minute. This looks wicked. Let me pull this up. Can we put in
yeah, I'll do it now.
Yeah. Yeah, this
if
is
use or the trigger. It's the trigger, isn't it?
Yes, this is going to be a trigger warning, and we're going to show a knife and what it looks like that the police confiscated, and I think it's just scary AF.
So Lizzo says Amanda Montana studies psychology at Pennsylvania.
Oh. All right, let me pull up one that, I mean, they've got different ones.
What's it
but
be?
So the Taylor, it was just a Taylor one, right? The
Let
Taylor.
me go and see if it's still up. Let me have a look.
I took it down. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Taylor, Cult, begin with a C. Taylor. She began with a C. Sound like cutlery. Taylor.
Oh, cutlery. Taylor cutlery. Taylor.
There it is. There. 1, 2. Third one along.
Third one. This one.
No, up. The little. See the little thumbnail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Oh God. Who's to say he didn't use that?
Well, remember Jay Badass was saying that she thinks that he would have used a different weapon to carve into Ethan's legs.
Oh my God.
And this is with the sheath. You got that looks fucking.
So that's the sheet in the knife. How big would you say that is? About 4 or 5 inches. Oh my God, look at that. Imagine getting stabbed with that, all the jackets. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking. You know that sheet, is it, that knife that they
the
said he
K-bar.
bought off Amazon? Yeah. So that was that jacket at the end. Imagine that. You know the way they said they can tell what type of knife as well by the way the slice is done or whatever. No trigger
Yeah.
warning, put that up. Can you imagine being sliced away at with a
No.
jagged knife? Do you know what I mean?
Look
I
at
mean,
this.
oh God, how sick. Oh,
The hell
is
is
that one?
that? This is a Taylor military Tanko knife.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 5 inches. Oh God.
It's 8.5 inches.
No, but that's for the hole. I'm talking for the
Yeah.
blades.
Oh, the blade itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
4.5, 4.5, 5.
Wow.
And this is a leather sheath as well. So I mean, it doesn't say which one, but this is a cutlery knife. But it doesn't matter. All of these look scary as hell.
Yeah,
It
no.
doesn't matter which one. We know that it's not this one because that's a folding knife. These are fixed blades and they have a sheath to go with it. So it has to be that's not a cutlery.
The others, yeah. What about this one here next to the red dot? Further down.
Tell me where to go, Max.
Go, keep going. This now stop. See the red dot? One to the left. What's this? Left to that again. The left. No.
Oh, this left.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, is it the opposite side?
That one's a folding knife. So
Um,
I don't think it's anything like, oh, that's a coon skinner, y'all. Listen, our lunch lady knows all about this right here, y'all, back in the holler. Okay. But this one isn't a fixed blade, so it folds down so it wouldn't come with the sheath. But still, it doesn't matter. Any one of these are scary as hell.
Yeah, they probably didn't have anything to do with the murders. I think obviously he's got rid of the knife he's done it with.
Absolutely. And that's why he was looking at ordering another one on Amazon. But
He'll have well stashed that as well.
But
buried somewhere in the woods then. And everything else set on fire, I think.
Hi, Rapper. But you know, the
Hi, Rapper.
it still begs the question.
Do you think he set fire to the stuff like what was he could do?
No,
like
I don't think he set fire. The only reason I don't think he set fire to anything is, first of all, the blades wouldn't burn, right?
No, but I don't mean like his clothes and the shoes he wore and whatever.
No,
I'm not
I
talking about the knife. I think they'd just been buried. He stuck a hole in there.
I think the hole was already dug. And
yeah, I think he prepared it too.
Yeah. He's dumb, but he's not stupid. You know, he does dumb things, but he's intelligent.
Petrol on them.
So this is another trigger warning, you guys. But this is the drawing that he had that they investigated. Do you see what it looks like?
Got a woman, yeah.
A woman. That's what's on a man's mind. And I'm going to take that down because I don't want to get in trouble. But anyways, it's just more stuff to think on. It's just, Jay Brad said, no, I said he might have carved his legs while he sat down. Somebody else mentioned the other knife then.
That was JB. She said she thinks he sat down.
Yeah, but somebody in chat last weekend said that they think he used a different knife to carve his legs. But I think it doesn't matter. Whatever weapons were used, I don't think he took them back with him. The only thing that I think about these things is, what about all the other crimes around him? His parents had to go to a grand jury over another case that happened over there when Brian was living in town over there. And so that's been done. And then what about Buddy the dog that was skinned?
Yeah.
Do you think he would, I don't know if he is or not. I don't know. I think the police know whether he did it or not.
Yeah.
But it's possible he did it just by if he if I believe him to be the murderer of these victims, and I do, then I have to believe that he is capable of hurting animals and other people as well, right? Either before or after. I absolutely 100% believe that this would not have been his only murder. I don't know if he killed before, but I don't think this was going to be the only one. He was he was digging deep. But my question is, do any of these weapons have anything to do with Buddy the dog? Nicole, thank you, Nina. Yes, we talked about that. So there was
Yeah.
a lady, Nicole Murray. We talked about her a couple lives ago or whatever, and his parents had to testify before the grand jury. And Brian Koberger was living. Well, you guys know, was living in Pennsylvania at the time, 3 miles from the house.
Mm.
I don't
They
know.
said though, didn't he, that had nothing to. They want to make it clear that had nothing to do with him.
Listen,
Oh.
the Indiana State Police also said that they were not being informed by, or the FBI had not asked them, or no police had asked them to pull Brian Koberger over twice. I believe it to be a lie.
Right.
Because police will tell you straight up, they can lie. The only thing they cannot lie on is official documents with their signature on it. They'll lie every damn time to get a confession. Dana Smithers was the grand jury. That's the one. So,
there's little.
and I think we're going to find out. There's Buddy. Yes. I think we're going to find out in court that absolutely the Indiana State Police was working with the FBI. And that's why he was pulled over twice. Look, I know I live right here in Indiana. Believe you me, nobody's pulled over on that section of the road. You're lucky to find a cop on that section of the road. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. But I mean, I can't prove that he did or he didn't. But if he did, I could see him keeping that knife. Why would he throw it away? Why would he? Just something else to think about. Irma Kaler stabbed at night, Lancaster, PA. Nina, I need to come over to your channel. Let me jump on
Get
something
up
real
on
quick.
panel with Nina. I think
Yeah.
as well, if they found some fur, didn't they say they found fur? They think it was from an animal. Well, could that have been from Buddy?
Oh well, some people said. Let's see. Search warrant for iCloud back in 2016. Nina, I would love to have you up on panel. We do Q&A, just case study on Thursday. Friday, we just go over more things that we found and reminding ourselves of evidence, preparing for this trial. And then on Thursday, we open up and we talk about everything. We would love to have you come up and talk about these women and different things about that, because I have not done research into those. I looked, I think it was Dana Smithers is the one that we looked at. I don't know. I think it
Yeah,
was.
it was Dana.
It was Dana Smithers. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I mean that we would love to have you up here and just going at it with us. That would be great if you feel like it. If not, let me look for. Let me go over here to YouTube really quick. You know, I own the damn channel and I can't even click on people's names. I haven't made myself a mod at my own channel. All I can do is block or report.
I done that. I was going to time you out the other day.
You were going to time me out?
Yeah, I said to Deez, I'm going to time it out. And I said, so what time? I was trying to work out how to do it.
I'll rage quit. Well, one of the mods, please do me a favor. Drop warning label Nina's If somebody can go to her channel for me real quick, grab her link, drop it in chat, and I need to sub up to her because I need to go through her Kroberger stuff. If y'all don't mind doing that, let me know, Nina. If not, just come in tomorrow. We do it at the same time, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on tomorrow, and if you want to come up and have a discussion, maybe about these women and the search warrant, that'd be great. That'd be really great. Lulu, thank you so much. Run over to Nina's channel really quick and subscribe. Oh, you do late nights as well. Right on. Okay. Alrighty. All right, I will check that out. Thank you so much. I appreciate your input here. I subbed up. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you, Lizzo. All right. Yeah, y'all sub up to her to Nina. And if you haven't subbed up to 12 gauge yet, y'all notice them up there. And listen,
I've sent you it, Lee.
Maggie, thank you. You gotta jump up. You gotta get in there if you can. I know you're asleep usually when he goes live, but you gotta
Who's
listen.
this? 12 gauge.
12 gauge. Listen to his lives. They're really, really good. And we're all a lot alike, whereas like his subs are just really chill and fun to talk to too. So I think you guys will enjoy his channel. He's and Jeff H was up on his panel, so that was nice to see a familiar face over there, And 12 gauge has done a lot of investigating into this case as well. So if you guys get a chance, if you can't hang out,
I'm putting it in on YouTube now, but I'm just coming up with pew pews. 12. Is it just 12 gauge? Is that it?
12 gauge investigates. Yeah, and if you can't go hang out, you guys just give them a like. I'm checking out both to make sure that both of those links are the same link. I don't know. Let me go back into YouTube. I can't see it from StreamYard. Gage gave me my warning label. Oh, love that. It's the same one. It looks like different ones, but it'll lead you to the same channel, both of those links. So pick up any one of those links and sub up.
I'm going to see if I can do this now. Hold on. Let's see. Have I done it?
You did it! Look
Woo!
at you. Everybody give
on my phone.
Homegirl's
I didn't do it on the laptop. I did it on the phone.
You're the girl. You're the MVP. Thank you, Max.
Co-host.
You're the co-host, Maggie.
Host.
My mouth runs faster than my brain. I feel that. All right, guys. You know what? That probably does it for today. This one's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. Sometimes it's nice to get out a little bit earlier.
I'm going to get a shower. It's so hot here. I am so hot sitting here. I need a shower. It's roasting.
All right, Maggie Pie. I love you so much.
I love you, Lainey. I will speak to you tomorrow on our Kohlberger Q&A.
Okay.
Take it
Thank you
easy.
Lulu, hope you're all right, girl. If you speak to Melly, tell her I was asking about her. Tell her I'm sorry I haven't spoke. I have just not been good at all with this sleep.
She has a life. We don't.
I can't be bothered to even speak on of a morning because I'm dead. Really am dead. But I do think about you and I will be able to chat to both of you soon. Take care. Thanks, everyone. Good night and God bless.
Bye,
Lee,
Maggie.
love you. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Love you, everyone. Bye. Bye, JB. Tell Lunchy I was asking about you too. Bye, Bob. See you soon. Bye, Warren Label. Nina. Some of these names are massive, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good.
I'm thinking, where did they get them Warren Label? Oh, God.
12 gauge gave it to her, she said.
Ah, right, okay. They're the
All
best
right.
ones. Someone does it for you. Good night,
Yep.
everyone. Good night,
night,
or good
guys.
day, wherever you are. Good night, Lee.
All right, guys, that does it for us at another one. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to the new subs we have. Thank you to the members that help support this channel and pay the bills around here because we're poor. Okay. And the mods, thank you so much for all you do. And your support means a lot here. My mama, the godmother of the matriarch of our channel, thank you so much. Thank you to Nina for giving us something else to talk
Oh,
about.
Lee,
What,
I was waiting
Maggie?
for the good news from Barbara.
Oh no, I'm gonna do a live with Barbara.
Okay, all right.
So suck it, Maggie. You're
You
just gonna
go
have to wait. You suck
you,
it. You suck
you,
it.
you suck it.
All right, guys. I thank much. Be guys be good at it. You can't be good at it. You know what to do. Get the video camera out and send me some videos because we need content around here. Love you so much. You guys have a good day. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.